Hello again. In this video, let's address the question, what can public relations campaigns actually achieve? To answer that question, first we need to clean up the misunderstanding about what PR actually is. A misunderstanding due largely to PR people who use LinkedIn and other social media posts to promote how they do PR. I joined LinkedIn in 2008, so I've been seeing such posts for about 17 years. I haven't been keeping account, but I feel pretty confident that the vast majority of those posts are about how to get attention from reporters or influencers or producers. In other words, how to get publicity. I hope to make a few key points in this video, but the most important takeaway from the next 5 minutes is this. Visibility through publicity is a critical component of most public relations campaigns. But public relations is not a synonym for publicity. And public relations is not something you do. Publicists are often very talented and valuable members of your communications team. But if someone tries to equate a PR campaign to a publicity campaign, walk away. Now, to discover just how powerful PR campaigns can be, let's focus on one of the greatest PR campaigns of all time, the creation of the global consumer culture. Consider this. The consumer culture exists in large part because the PR business succeeded in introducing and building support for a message that has influenced virtually all people around the world. If you want something, buy it. There's a reason I put the word want in all caps. In the 18th century, consumer activity, for all practical purposes, was a nominal part of any economy. The world was agrarian. It was not yet industrialized. People bought things when they needed them. If their shovel needed replacing, they bought a new one. Same when their jeans became threadbare. Same with everything else. If you needed something, you bought it. And then came the Industrial Revolution, and the emergence of a dilemma the world had never seen before, the capacity to produce supply that would exceed demand. Basically, they faced an either-or situation. Either they could operate their plants at less than full capacity and thereby control supply, but end up selling less and generating less revenue, or they could try to increase the size of the market in order to create more demand and end up selling more and generating more revenue. That's not much of a choice. Trying to increase market demand was obviously the more attractive decision. But how do you do that? Which brings us back to this slide and explains why I put the word want in all caps. It illuminates the genius behind the solution to the industrialists' either-or dilemma. Change the reason why people bought things. Get them to buy things to meet their wants instead of to meet their needs. That change in why people bought things did not happen because some magician waved their magic wand at the problem. It happened because great strategic thinking, the most important ingredient in all PR campaigns, produced a campaign to promote the supremacy of want over need. That campaign produced the consumer culture, which today accounts for about 70% of the US economy and about 60% of the global economy. That campaign continues today. Consider this. Virtually from the time a person is born, anywhere in the world, until they die, they are being messaged to. They are hit with a constant barrage of messages to want something. Car manufacturers tell them why they should want the newest technology. Home builders tell them why they should want all this natural sunlight. Shirt manufacturers tell you why you should want their logo on your chest. In fact, it's estimated that the average person living today is exposed to as many as 300 million messages during their lifetime telling them what to want and why. So, to answer the question, how powerful can PR campaigns actually be? All you have to do is determine the quality of the thinking behind the communication strategy. In other words, great PR starts with great thinking. Put another way, the profession of PR is the profession of thinking. But that begs the question, how does great PR thinking morph into great results? How do PR campaigns succeed at achieving such results as changing the reason why people buy things? But that begs yet another, even more important question. If PR experts could get people to change the reason why they buy things before they had the resource of big data, and before they could use AI, and before they could achieve laser-like targeting, then how powerful will PR campaigns be in the age of quantum computing? We can come up with some fairly reasonable predictions by extrapolating the existing trends. We'll do that in the next video. In the meantime, please share your reactions to these thoughts and subscribe to make sure you get the next video. Thanks for your attention. See you next time.